Welcome to the Fantasy Football Playoffs. If you made it to the playoffs, congratulations. Let's finish strong. Let's try to go for that first place finish. If you did not make playoffs, keep competing. Play ethically. Don't be weird. Don't drop all your players. Don't do anything stupid. Finish out strong. Finish out respectfully, ethically. Let's go on to the Week 15 waiver wire ads. What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. There are no more bye weeks ever, but you have to keep tabs on who's in the COVID protocol, who's on that COVID reserve list. There's a lot going on, a lot of injuries, so really keep up on player news. It's going to affect a lot of things this week and throughout the fantasy playoffs. I just know it. I mean, I don't want to admit it, but it's true. It's just a fact, basically, that we have to address right now and get on top of all this news and know what's going on. A lot of Rams players and Browns players, for example. And look, it's probably not going to just stop there. Okay, let's go on to the waiver wire ads for quarterbacks. It's just the truth. There's not going to be a lot of players, period, to pick up that's going to really affect you in the playoffs. They're just not. But I do have some QBs, RBs, wide receivers, and tight ends, mainly for those that are desperate or those that have injuries or stuff like that, or those that are in deep leagues. Now, I do have a lot of defenses and kickers to stream that will help you. So let's jump right into it. For quarterbacks, we have Tua having some really good matchups. He's not a high ceiling quarterback, but he's a good floor quarterback now. He's much improved. I trust Tua a lot more. So this week he's facing the Jets, then the Saints, then the Titans. Jimmy Garoppolo, not really an ideal quarterback you want to be starting, but the matchups are very sweet, very tasty. We love them. Falcons this week, then the Titans, and then the Texans. Big Ben, yeah, definitely not ideal, but not too bad matchups here. Titans, Chiefs, and then the Browns. And then Lamar Jackson suffered an ankle injury, and they're saying it could be minor, this and that. They're not really giving a lot of information, but I just see Lamar Jackson missing at least 1 week. So if you're in a super flex league, dual quarterback league, Tyler Huntley would be worth an ad right now, like even before we got final word on if Lamar Jackson is playing week 15 or not. Okay, for running backs, we got Rashad Penny, who actually looked good. Been a while, but he's the number one waiver ad this week. And then we have a messy situation with the Texans. Who was the running back? Oh, yeah, Mark Ingram was the running back. He's gone now. Rex Burkhead is hurt. David Johnson is back. Royce Freeman might be hurt. So messy situation here. This team could be down to like 2 running backs total on the team. So keep tabs on that. And right now, I would say you should go add David Johnson. We'll put it like that. I'm just guessing. That's why I have a lot of these slashes. Messy situation. David Johnson seems to be the main guy. And he's always going to be the main guy when it comes to pass catching. Anyway, Mike Davis. Soon as we drop him and put him as a must bench, he actually starts putting up double-digit fantasy points. Go figure. This is that type of year. So he's relevant again. I don't know how. Don't worry. Soon as we start starting him, he'll go back to putting up 4 fantasy points per game. But he's got 2 decent matchups against the Niners and then the Lions. So, hey, that could be really good. And then at number 4, we have Austin Eckler injured. But I don't think it's going to be a major injury. That's just a vibe I'm getting. Now, he did not practice Monday, but the Chargers didn't actually have a practice. So that's his projected practice participation. So they just put it DNP, did not practice for Monday. We'll see what's up with that. If not, Justin Jackson's probably the guy to get. If not Justin Jackson, it's going to be Josh Kelly. And then we got Larry Roundtree, who these guys have been rotating their backup and third string running backs and been making one of these 3 inactive. And it's just been a crazy rotation. I mean, I tried to rank it for you guys. I don't know who's going to be the main guy. It's probably going to be All of them will probably not score a ton of fantasy points, and it'll be underwhelming, and it'll probably be a rotation between these three. So not a situation you want to have, but if you're in a deep league, especially if you have Austin Eckler, you may want to handcuff him. I don't know. I do my best. This is an extensive list of waiver ads. So for wide receivers, these top 5 guys are actually worth an ad, I would say. And KJ Osborne, I'm probably going to rank higher once I know for sure Adam Thielen is out. I don't see how Adam Thielen plays at all. But yeah, these 5 guys are actually decent ads. So we got Devontae Parker going against the Jets. Cole Beasley and Gabe Davis, they're not that bad. Emmanuel Sanders is hurt. He might be out, so that's why I have those 2 Bills wide receivers there. Marvin Jones going against the Texans and Jets. You know how it is. When we bench him, he does well. When we start him, 4 fantasy points. Same story. He's basically Mike Davis. KJ Osborne with Adam Thielen likely out. And then we have Allen Lazard / MVS. Now, look, Allen Lazard has been balling a little bit. And then it could be MVS this game. I'm just letting you know. MVS, big play guy. You don't really know who's going to ball out other than Devontae Adams. A little bit of a Green Bay wide receiver roulette there. And then we have Jamison Crowder, gets a decent amount of targets. Traquan Smith in a decent matchup against the Bucs secondary. James Washington, couple decent matchups. And then Kendrick Bourne and Nico Collins, who's not really to be trusted, but 10 targets this past game. Caught 5 of them for 69 yards. Something to note. Davis Mills, another 300-yard performance. Hey, they might have something there. Might have been a good value draft pick in dynasty leagues. Davis Mills, rookie QB for the Texans. Anyways, tight ends. So the difference between number 1 and number 8 is actually like non-existent. I'm not going to lie. I got Albert O as the last ranked guy on this list, but he seems to be the best. I just can't rank a backup tight end on an offense that's not great at passing. Number 1, it's been weird. Like, this guy has outperformed Noah, not just this year, but in the past has outperformed Noah Fant numerous amounts of times. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm just doing my best here. So at number 1, we got Tyler Conklin. Number 2, surprise right here is Cole Kmet. It says it says at Chicago. Oopsie poopsie. So it should be Chicago. And I don't know if this is a home game or not, but they are playing Minnesota. I think it's at Minnesota. Okay. Let's roll with that there. Then we have Gerald Everett, CJ Uzama, James O'Shaughnessy, Brevin Jordan, not really to be trusted, but has been getting more and more targets. So 7 targets this recent game. Jack Doyle and Albert O. Okay, so for defenses, try to really get one of these, I don't know, top 9, top 7. There's a lot of good ones. Like, there really is. Like, really, any of these defenses could be good, especially this top. Man, if Lamar Jackson is out, Packers D should be great. Like, there's a lot of really good defense, maybe top 8. So this is incredible because you're probably going to be able to get one of these defenses and it won't cost you much. And a lot of people have given up on their leagues because they're just eliminated. So you should be able to get one of these really good defenses. And the top 3 is my super elite. That's the Cardinals D going against the Lions, Dolphins D going against the Jets. They also have long-term appeal going against the Saints and Titans week 17. Bills D, pretty good matchups as well. Panthers, then the Patriots, then Falcons. So I love all 3 of those defenses. I think they're elite. They're probably going to be in my top 3 rankings, so definitely try to get one of those. If not, go for the Cowboys D. Giants offense will not score a lot of points, and you could go ahead and start them next week when they face Washington. Washington's offense hasn't really been rolling or been kind of hit or miss, inconsistent. It's just, that organization past decade or two. A little bit shaky, period. 49ers D, really good this week, really good next week, really good the following week. Well, the Titans is just okay, but if you're looking for a sleeper defense that can perform throughout the playoffs, this is going to be it. Like, it's pretty hard to get a defense off waivers that you can start for the entire fantasy playoffs. And then we got the Bucs D, just like the Niners, 3 really good matchups. So I love the Bucs D. Could even rank them higher than the Niners. I just think Niners this week, I don't know. I just feel like I trust them more against the Falcons. Other than that, though, the Bucs D is better. So if you're looking more for, if you have the bye week sewn up, I would go for the Bucs D. If you have to play week 15, I would probably start the Niners D over the Bucs if you had both. I know nobody does. It's a made up scenario, but just wanted to say, like, it's really close. I could easily rank the Bucs D ahead of the Niners. Then we have the Packers D, excellent defense going against probably a Lamar Jackson less Ravens team. Vikings D going against the Bears. Bears offense doesn't put up too many points. And then we got the Titans D, Eagles D, and Broncos D. And if you're a super deep league, we got the Browns D, who, look, I love, but these COVID scares are something to note, and I'm ranking them about 3 spots lower because of that. I don't know what's going to happen. Don't know if there's going to be another outbreak there or what. Okay, so just keep tabs on that. If everyone is healthy and ready to go, I'd rank them like top 9, top 10 for sure. Then we have the Rams D, Patriots D, Colts D, Steelers D, Texans D, Jaguars D, Raiders D, Bengals D, and Washington football team defense. So I wanted to give you a long, extensive list for defenses. Doing the same thing with kickers here. I really want you guys to target a top 5 kicker if you can, and you will be able to. That's the good thing. A lot of these kickers are available. So the difference between these top 5 are really low. Like, it's really close. So number 1, I have Matt Prater going against the Lions. I love this for several reasons. It's in a dome. Arizona Cardinals should have the lead, should settle for field goals at the end of the game because you don't need to go for it on 4th down when you're up 2 touchdowns. You don't. Robbie Gould, I trust him, okay? I know he missed 1 kick. Don't worry about it. He should be good going against the Falcons, and that is an outdoor game, but don't think the weather should be a problem at all there. Now, keep tabs on the weather. Extreme weather conditions will affect the passing game and kicking game for sure. So Tyler Bass going against the Panthers could be a little bit windy, could be a little bit cold. Probably why I got this ranked a little bit lower. It is in Buffalo, and so extreme weather conditions could happen. And then we have Jason Sanders going against the Jets, Matt Gay going against Seattle. So get one of those top 5. And you know what? If you don't like my rankings, it's fine. You can just try to get one of those top 5 in any order. You should be good to go for this week. And then we got Greg Zuerlein. This should be a good kicker as well. Greg Joseph, the Vikings kicker. Now double check that weather. It's going to be in Chicago. That's outdoors. And Chicago's one of the worst weather situations usually when it comes to things like this, kicking. Nick Folk, Jake Elliott, Daniel Carlson, Evan McPherson, Randy Bullock, Kaimi Fairbairn, Yunwei Koo, and Brandon McManus. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to both YouTube channels. This one here, Fantasy Couch. We also have a second YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that as well. Fantasy Couch Podcast, that's what it's called. Really helps support us. Follow me on social media at Fantasy Couch. Literally everywhere you can find me at Fantasy Couch. Good luck this week. Good luck in the playoffs. See you guys on the next video.